Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It is a little bit after 4 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, and we're going to look at the S&P 500 chart after I tell you that the website and this video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy that draws lines on charts. And here we go. Market makes a monkey out of me again. But the good news is, I guess there's good news, and that is our potential little rising wedge here never broke down to the downside. It ended the day yesterday at this support line, but then gapped up over this line at the open this morning, came back and actually stayed over this. Now, keep in mind, it's not a sure bet when things pop over resistance, when that resistance line is rising. It's not a wise thing to buy on that pullback, though it would have worked today. Now, yesterday I made mention. I said, this looks like a rising wedge unless the S&P powers up over that top line early today and establishes what could end up being a parallel channel. Well, sort of looks like that's what's going on. And if we adjust this line just right, and I'm starting back here with the pullback to this line, it looks like we have established something of a parallel channel now, and we closed over that 1598 line, which I think is a bullish sign. It is not a technically significant amount over that line, to be frank, but now I think we watch this lower line, and it wouldn't surprise me if we continue to move on up now. My internet connection's a little slow here, and have a date with destiny in the 1630s or 1640s, depending upon when that might take place. So to make a long story short, there is no trend line that you can draw after the breakdown that took place late on the 19th. Every trend line that you can possibly draw across any set of tops since this move, the S&P is now over that line. We pointed this one out at one point, saying that it's a pretty bullish sign that the S&P is over this line, okay? And we were quickly over this line, even though new lows got put in. So I think you see what I'm saying. In other words, if we look at the chart only for the last 6 days, and actually we could go back and say, go even more than that, the S&P has no trend lines that it needs to overcome until we get up to this green line right here. So in other words, there's no place where you can choose 2 data points in the past 2 weeks and draw a line across 2 tops or 2 bottoms and say that we're expecting resistance at any point before we reach this green line right here. So that's what I'm looking for. I would be looking for a move to the 1630s, and when we get there, got to evaluate it to decide if the S&P is going to be turned back by this line, or whether it's got the strength now that the minimum target from that consolidation pattern has been met, plus a little, we have to evaluate if the S&P has enough steam for it to get over this green line. Now, what's interesting is we've got a gap area in the chart that additionally we actually could draw this any number of places, but the chart shows a gap right there. So could get some gap resistance, but I would be more inclined to think you would maybe get even a potential double team of breakdown resistance, I guess you could call it that, where this broke down on the 19th. If we were to get up close to 1640 or so, just because of the swiftness of this move, if the S&P can get a rally up to somewhere around 1640, then I would expect that would be a pretty good place to expect some resistance. So, but right now, the first line that I think will be met will be this green line, and I would expect that to take place in the next couple of days. So, guys, that's your video for June 26, 2013. Hopefully you'll get this posted before midnight tonight, I hope. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking time out of your day, and I especially thank you for your support. Let's watch this channel and see how long this thing can operate, and see if this takes us on up to where we would expect some resistance in the mid to high 1630s or even 1640s. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Take care.